The Ethan Klein lawsuit is insane. Look, I don't know who's Ethan Klein, but today we are gonna learn together who the fuck is Ethan Klein. Anyways, credits and shout out goes to WestJett. And yeah, let's just get straight to the video. Before we begin, make sure you guys like and sub because I'm gonna be uploading like this every single day. So yeah, turn those post notifications so you don't miss any upload. And let's just get straight to it.
I am being sued by Ethan Klein.
Massive day for the unemployed. We got H3H3 suing iDubbbz. Yes, two fighting.
The problem is these two people, I don't even know who the fuck is that guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck are you both, bro?
Incredible. This was so serious, as a matter of fact, even Internet Jesus chimed in.
Ethan Klein has become like the Nintendo of YouTubers. He is extraordinarily litigious.
The primordial goop in his brain makes him a goofy goober. That's about it. See ya.
Damn.
Don't know who these two are? Well,
I don't.
No worries. Basically, these guys were former friends making videos back in like 2016 of them eating garbage together from a dumpster, and now they're having some gay leftist drama political slop beef. Ethan Klein.
Friends? Wait, I'm sorry, but look at this again.
And now they're having some gay left.
The guy on the left looks like my grandpa, and the guy on the right looks young as shit. Like the guy looks 28 or some shit like that. I'm saying young cause like he's an uncle, okay, don't get me wrong, but compared to the guy on the left who looks like my grandpa, fuck no. What the fuck do you mean, friends?
This drama political slop beef. Ethan Klein sues iDubbbz over streamed child molestation accusation. Klein filed a defamation lawsuit against iDubbbz in Calgary, Canada, stemming from a February stream where iDubbbz displayed and left on screen for hours a message from the streamer Destiny claiming Klein molested his children. A quick daily reminder that Ethan from H3H3 is likely a who's molested his own children. WestJett, why is he suing the guy who displayed the image, not the guy who said it? Relax, we're gonna get there.
In the courts of Calgary, Alberta, for defamation. I do plan on fighting against this. It worries me what it means for the commentary community, and especially the Canadian commentary community.
Ian has deeply aligned himself with the snark community that is
Yo, chat, does this guy have kids? Because if he doesn't, then I am ready to say that Twitch streamers will never have kids in their life. Because if you're a grandpa, you need to have grandkids. You should have been in the level of grandkids. If you don't have kids, you are just fucked. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
basically responsible for and celebrated CPS coming to my house to take my children away and sending human skulls to my home.
My children's away. Okay. He admits he has kids. Thank God. Thank you, God. There's actually someone who is slightly as human as the regular people who are working 9 to 5s. Don't make fun of me, bro. I also wanna do streaming. Don't get me wrong, but I obviously would like to get married and have kids later on. Obviously not on Mikey and his age. Hell nah. Maybe like if streaming work out by 28 to 30, I'm ready to give kids. You know, like that's how it works.
Two things that on the Snark Discord they have on the banner.
So Ethan Klein over here, he's like Reddit's public enemy #1 because he beefed with Hassan Parker. They basically had a show together where they'd get emotional over third world countries, and I think Ethan didn't get emotional enough over Israel on October 7th. And that's the thing, iDubbbz turns out was a Hassan super fan, so he essentially backstabbed his friend from the past to get a collaboration going, and stuff got wild.
He does it as a watermark for his whole hours-long stream. It's a comment. But if you look at it, he emphasizes throughout that he does think it's a serious accusation that needs to be investigated and that he doesn't think it's a joke.
Ethan basically says Destiny's fine because he played it off as a joke and didn't, you know, keep it on stream for hours.
Fuck?
Now, I know people are like, well, why don't you sue Destiny for saying it? Well, Destiny made it immediately. First of all, this is a comment from Destiny, like made in passing. Ian put it on his screen for 2 hours during his main broadcast.
Also, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, I'm not a lawyer. Don't the messenger. iDubbbz literally met this dude's children and he's saying all that, so I guess that is weird.
Because there's always been like an unwritten rule on the internet, not just YouTube, where if there's beef online, it stays online. And you handle it online without, you know, going over that threshold, the event horizon of trying to use.
Bro, I'm saying, bro, let's just all text KSR or someone. Let's make a big fight between people who have beef. Remember Jason the Ween's stream? He did one of those streams where like people gathered, or streamers, they gathered and fought. But that was a friendly match. I'm not talking about friendly. I'm talking about people who have beef. Like who do I say? Drake and Kendrick, bro. Why do they rap it out, bro? Boxing gloves match. I swear to God, that's gonna sell like billions, bro. Billions. Imagine you see a fight between Drake and Kendrick. Won't you watch that game? I would. I'm being serious. I would. Oh, let's make something special, bro. The fuck do you mean online? It stays online, bro. Or a beef between Launchley that they used to have with Dan TDM, but oh my days, bro. 3-on-1. Dan TDM versus Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast, all in one ring and fighting. Woof. Well, I would sell it. That's gonna sell, ain't gonna lie, bro.
Litigation to silence your opponent or something like that.
And a lot of people are pointing out that him suing in Canada also feels a bit spiteful as well. And Ethan Klein's been suing people like crazy. There's going to be no more bread tubers left to sue at this point.
Man, Ethan Klein has become like the Nintendo of YouTubers. He is extraordinarily litigious.
Okay, this is my watermark for the stream. I don't want any of my content being stolen.
Imagine the lawyer who's stuck with looking at footage from a VTuber dragon, bro.
It's okay.
Who the fuck would ever steal your shit? Who the fuck are you? VTubers are shit, bro. Just show your face. Okay, you're doing VTubers of a dragon. Go die. I'd see you die, bro. I'd rather watch fucking a 1980 flipping movie or an episode than watch VTubers. I'm sorry, bro. VTubers are literally the worst, bro. Like, I'm sorry for any VTubers fan, by the way.
I do want to say I don't agree with what's being said in this comment here. But I'm putting it on screen because I think it should be addressed, because it's a big, bold accusation that's very fucked up.
It is very fucked up. And it's despicable that he would think it's a good idea to post that there while knowingly aware that it's not true. And he said he didn't agree with it, but thinks it needs to be addressed because it's so fucked up.
I, like most people with half a brain, stopped watching H3 the second he ditched his channel for his cornball podcast. But yeah, this is kind of weird. I don't know what to think about this. So let's outsource our thinking to Twitter. Let's check out what Asmongold and Hassan have to say.
I like Ethan, and I don't like that iDubbbz has decided to throw his lot in with a bunch of terrorist supporter, anti-Western communist.
Wait. It's because his name is Hassan, so you consider him, or you think that he is a terrorist. Oh, you racist motherfucker. You racist son of a bitch. Just because his name is Hassan doesn't make him or his pals or his friends. Who the fuck says pals? I'm about to get fucking flamed, bro. What the fuck do you mean by pals? Yo, I'm getting flamed in the comments, bro. Fuck do you mean pals? Okay. Anyways. Just because his name is Hassan and he got his friends on Twitch doesn't make them all terrorists, anti-Western. I don't know what the fuck he said, but fuck you, bro.
Fucking retards, right?
All right, we got the yin. Now let's hear the yang.
Bro's opening new fronts like he's Israel? No, literally. What the f?
Can bro go 24 hours without mentioning Israel? He reminds me of that one girl.
Support Kingsman like it's supporting Israel.
Is Ethan Klein the most spiritually Israeli podcaster out there? Like, actually?
Yes.
I mean, the guy is literally Jewish, but what does Israel have to do with anything?
He did actually know Ethan and his family and would use a comment like that to try and make his statement about, like, being soft on Destiny or whatever. But I still just don't understand why Ethan is willing to just be like, yeah, but Destiny, cleared up that he wasn't being serious. He was just goofing around. He was just being a dickhead.
People knew that when Destiny said it was like, he was just being a dickhead. Or, I mean, he was being a giant f***ing piece of shit, right? And just because you're showing what someone else said doesn't make it not defamation, because you're showing, essentially...
And that's the thing, right? I don't even think it's a hot take to say this, but Ethan Klein got money to burn, and iDubbbz, he's in a bit of a financial pickle, so Ethan knows what he's doing.
Look at him. His shit is f***ing falling off so hard. It's crazy how hard it's fallen off.
Just one more lawsuit, bro. One more and the reputation won't be dirt. That being said, you know, going after Ethan's kids is very personal, but at the same time, you know, you could be spending your time hanging out with your children instead of, you know, suing a dude using a VTuber dragon.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
saying,
true.
If my pockets were as deep as Ethan Klein's, I'd be out sailing into the sunset. But now I'm stuck being a chud to pay my bills. What a pathetic Chungus life.
Hassan just got finished on He Cried.
But if you're going after iDubbbz solely because you know you can get a defamation case win because of Canada's laws not being as protective as the US's, that's why you don't go after Destiny, then that to me says that you are just trying to take advantage of those laws, the lax nature of those laws in Canada, to get revenge on someone that has wronged you.
Interesting stuff. Let's see what Reddit had to say. Imagine showing this to someone a decade ago. Genuinely made me sad. 2016 was 10 years ago. No. Damn, Ethan putting his lawyer's kids and grandkids through college.
Damn.
Ethan suing iDubbbz because Destiny called Ethan a pedophile. Ethan is a good lol cow. Remember when Anissa came to the stream laughing that they'll never sue them because they have the same lawyer?
I do plan on fighting against this.
So it really feels less about the actual defaming and more about just being able to continue to, like, really drive the nail into iDubbbz, which is extremely unnecessary. You've now made a new issue out of it that is a concern and can affect other people entirely unrelated to it.
Again, the question is the extent of the claim. I feel like most people don't insinuate that people are pedophiles who molest their own children. iDubbbz wasn't even the guy who made the claim, though, so this is really confusing.
It's just silly. Ethan needs to address this little minor claim that he molested his own.
Yo, look. I think that's a lie. Alright, hear me out. That's a lie. And plus, listen, you a grown ass dude, alright? Even if that's a lie, even if he said that, lawsuit would be a shit idea. If I was you, I'd ignore everything, close my stream, and go hang out with my own children. I'm gonna be completely honest, alright? Now hear me out. You got kids, bro. You got the money. If you think that's a lie, then it's a, if you know it's a lie, then it's a lie. People might believe it, but as long as you didn't do it, everything is fine. Everything is chilling.
Children, and he's a pedophile. Is that funny? I don't know. Is that a joke? Is that free speech? I don't think so. Because you can't just say people molested their children. That's not free speech. That's not protected speech.
And good thing iDubbbz didn't. That would be the comment that was left by someone else.
It's okay. So I do want to say I don't agree with what's being said in this comment here.
I'm talking about you're literally using your platform and literally using these petty disagreements, your own emotions that you're so tied up in this situation to destroy the very industry that we all operate within.
Even Hassan hasn't actually sued More Pegasus for making like 911 videos on him.
So if that is the big problem that this was said in the first place, then wouldn't that energy be channeled at the person who actually said it?
Yeah, I don't get it either. Maybe just sue Destiny for the heck of it too. You already sued like 70 people. What's 71?
Making the accusation that a father is a pedophile who's molested their own children.
It's something shit.
That's insane.
I know.
This is an insane accusation.
The first time I agree with you.
I mean, everyone's on the same page here as far as I can tell. Everyone thinks what Destiny said isn't okay.
Sue people and try to bury them in fucking costly litigation over and over again.
How is iDubbbz going to afford a lawyer when he can't even afford a table? This is actually fire. This guy said they're having a mid-off in court. To be fair, they're basically in the same boat. You know, Ethan Klein's might be marginally bigger, but they both shattered their reputation. And they were friends. They were on each other's podcasts and everything was going well. And now let's have H3 explain his side of the story.
He said when CPS was called on his family a year ago, the rules of engagement had completely changed. A snark community fabricated a lie that his children were crawling around in dog shit and eating it.
The fuck?
The agent came to my home at 8 a.m. to look.
What the fuck? No, that is too far. Now that is too far. What the fuck do you mean? His children crawling and in dog shit and eating. Now that is too much, man. That's disgusting, bro. What the fuck? Yo, nah, you're a sick person, bro. I know he didn't do it, but the accusation is messed up, bro. Leave the kids out of the fucking discussion, please, bro.
That his children were crawling around in dog shit and eating it. An agent came to my home at 8 a.m. to look through my home and interview my children against their will. Investigation is now over, was determined to be unfounded. After this, he could no longer tolerate attacks on his children or attempts to break up his family. Ian was a friend of his for many years. He has been to his house, met his children. When he displayed a message on screen for over an hour stating that he's a pedophile that molests his children. Ian, on the other hand, does know his family, has been to his home, and has met his children, and the fact that he exploited that closeness to forward such a heinous, unforgivable accusation forced him into action. To make matters worse, Ian has supported the call to CPS in his content deputy and openly associates with, spends time in, and celebrates the snark community from which the original CPS call came from.
I mean, there is no denying that iDubbbz is a piece of shit, but like, is suing the way to do it? And like, H3 is the only one with children here. I don't think these guys can really understand how he truly feel. Maybe I'm a sociopath, but I myself have like 4 children and 3 child support payments I'm avoiding, but that's besides the point. I feel like if someone said this about me, I'd kind of laugh it off because, you know, it's not true. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you think Ludwig has no spine.
That's crass.
I refuse to believe that WestJett really has 4 children and 3. You don't have 4 kids at all. You matter of fact, you don't even have a wife, bro. The fuck is you talking about? I don't know. I don't know WestJett like that. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy that video. Make sure you guys like and sub. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this. And without further ado, have a blessing day and peace.